By the way, I love the name of your service, Teacher's Pet. That's a great
Let's
name.
see if she likes one of these. And if she does, now you have something that she says, hey, instead of chewing on the leash,
Yeah.
I may get into chewing on this little tug. And the cool part about the tug is it has a handle and it has a bit of give.
Oh.
So this again is engagement. So this is her playing with the tug, enjoying the act of tugging with you as just a gentle game. So it's nice and gentle, right? She's chewing on it, having fun with it. And now you can actually just have this little game of tug with her while she's hanging out here talking to you. So she's not on your line, right? She's tugging with this cool little toy. And then there's 3 things that we do with tug. We teach them 1, that they'll play with it with energy. 2, that they'll out it. And then 3,
They'll out it?
They'll out it. Like if we ask her to out it, release it.
Oh.
To out it.
Oh.
And then the 3rd thing is to bring it back. If she happened to have it, we want to teach her how to bring it back to us. So again, we make this cool little game out of it that's fun. So as we play with the energy, and then we're going to say out, yes. And then she gets it back again. When she outs it, we play the game again. So we're playing, and it's nice and gentle. It's not like you're swinging her all around. Or
Right.
It's just gentle. She's just getting to play this cool little tuggy thing with me. And that's okay. So that was just because she went for the toy, and she has to learn where the toy is. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. So here we're playing. Good girl. Good girl. Out, yes. And the moment she releases it, it's really important that I give it back to her.
And you said yes. You said, and the minute you said out and she let it go, you went yes, and then you gave it back.
Because that gives her permission to take it again, right? Because that releases her back into the toy again. So it marks, she outed it, and then I mark with the word yes, and then she gets to play with the toy. The other thing is, I move the toy away from her when I release it, like it's a rabbit trying to get away, because I don't want to shove it back into her mouth or I kill drive. I move the toy towards me so that it ends up bringing more energy to the game. So that's really important because we want energy in the game. If I shove it back in her mouth, it'll kill drive. And she'll be like, oh, I'm not going to play with it. Because she's a very, what we would call a sensitive dog.
Yes,
You can tell already, if you move anything just the wrong way, she's kind of like part of the toy. I moved it one time, one way, and she was kind of like, I'm not so sure about that. So here, we're just having this soft little game of play. We play. It's nice and soft. She's having fun with it. It feels good in her little mouth. I'm also getting her to come with me as we use the toy. So we're playing this little game. We're interacting together. I'm moving away from her so that she moves towards me and wants to be in the energy again. And again, I want to practice having her out it so we can re-engage in the game. So I take both ends. Out. Yes. As soon as she outs it, she gets the toy again. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. She has a very soft mouth.
Yeah.
Right? So
she does.
But this is fun because she was wanting to do it on the line.
Yes.
So we just give her the appropriate toy to play with so that she doesn't go after your line or your leash. She'll do it on here instead.
I like to say her favorite chew toy is Daddy's hand. She loves to chew on my hand. It never hurts me. It's very soft, very gentle.
Yeah, and as long as she's not doing it to, that you're worried about it.
Ever. No.
Totally fine.
It's when we're lying together at night in bed and I'm like, and I just let her chew. She just loves to chew, but it never hurts me.
Good for her. Yeah, because you can tell she has a very soft mouth.
She does.
So here again, we're just playing with soft energy. And the other thing is, as I play and I say out, yes, I make the toy dead when I say the word out. I can't be doing this, out, because that's going to bring more drive to the toy.
Sure.
So as we play, I'm going to move the toy and make more energy in the toy. And she may be done with it already, so that would be fine. If she was done with it, not a problem.
Right.
But see how we were able to redirect
this
off of your line and onto something else that would be more appropriate for her to put her mouth on. Gentle game. Out.
Yep.
So toy stops moving. Yes. Once the toy started moving again, then she got to go into it. But again, I don't want to say yes and then shove it back in her mouth because then I drop drive.
Yes.
Okay. So that's something that you can have her do as well for fun, so she's not going after your line.
Right.
And you saw she only, as a puppy, she only needed to do it for a little bit, and then she's like,
yeah,
oh, okay,
I noticed that when she does it, it's especially when I'm like on a walk, it's more or less she's frustrated. Like say I didn't let her see, greet the dog when she wanted to. Then she will direct her attention onto the leash.
Exactly. So I would have play when she's not frustrated and we're working, that you have also little interludes of tug with her, or something that you could just let her. It has to be something she finds that she wants to put in her mouth, though.
Yeah, like today I started, like I carried, I had with me one of her favorite toys, which she's ripped apart.
Yeah. So
she tore it all to stuff.
Okay.
And so I had that with me, and so I was distracting her when she would see a dog, and she was like, I could see that she was starting to get a little aroused. Then I would like, try and play with her and stuff like that.
So one of the things, if you notice, when the one German Shepherd came, I came right up to her and I took her line so that she wasn't too far away, and I moved into her and we moved away this way.
Yeah.
So I had her here and I actually moved her this way, like we were hurting her this way. You see how she's coming to that? And then I move this way and I can get her to come this way. So this is what we want her to become really, really in tune with. Now she may want to, see how she's staying right here? I'm right here, she's right here. Good girl. And now she wants to play again. Ready? Up, up. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. So again, we create engagement in wanting her to play. Good girl. With that toy again. Good girl. Good. Good. Good girl. Now let's see if she'll bring it back. Up, 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 up. Yes. Good girl. See how she brought it? But I had the line in case she wasn't going to bring it back. I would have helped guide her just to bring it back. I'm not taking it from her. I'm simply wanting to re-engage in the game. But I used the line in case she didn't, and I made myself low and inviting. So coming back to me was fun. And now we have this cool little game of tug going on together. We play a little bit. Yay! Good girl. And I don't put too many rules on it. But the big things are she plays with energy. She actually wants to play.
Right.
She'll out it when we ask her to release it, and she'll bring it back after we let it go. We encourage her to bring it back. Those are the three things that we have to have in terms of tugging to be healthy, and for us to use it as a reward later.
Right. Right.
But this helps her stay focused on us. See how she's still engaged with me while you and I are just talking. Because this could be very boring for her while we're talking. But here, I'm working her while we're in the midst of talking about it. And she's staying very engaged and having fun. And she's learning to focus more on the toy and not make so many bad hits anymore. So as I present the toy better, she'll be able to actually present her mouth onto the toy correctly.
Right, right.
So mistakes are really driven by human error more than doggy
yeah,
error.
exactly. Like, I mean, even with my kids, like, she has a bad habit of like nipping on the inside of it because they'll run and and I'm trying to tell
They
them,
get her worked up.
Exactly.
And so I'm trying to tell them, like, give her something appropriate.
That's right.
To put her mouth on.
That's
We
exactly
don't want
right.
her, nipping at
That's
the
right.
inside,
That's exactly right.
And screaming and having your arms flying and whatnot. You're becoming the toy.
Exactly. So of course they are.
You see the power of a toy.
They're winding her up. Yeah.
Exactly. And again, it's one that I like toys that have give.
Mm-hmm.
And I like toys that are soft for their
Where'd
mouths.
you happen to get
These? I could order. I ordered them through a dog training company. If she really
could you get one for us?
I'll order because I go through these like fast. So I'll order some more. Of
That'd
these
be great. We'll get a couple from you. Yeah.
Like this one more than even the fleece one.
That's similar to a big thing that she has at home. That's a big kind of colorful
I have
rope
a
thing.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll order one of these.
That'd be great.
Get it sent up for you.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. But you can see she's enjoying being out here.
Yes.
So, and again, as a puppy, we let her have a little bit of time out, and then we re-bring her back in the game again. We let her have a little time out, and we re-bring her back in the game again. As she matures, she's going to stay more and more intense. But as a puppy, if we make everything so not
rigid,
fun, then they really are going to check out. It's like
can you tell if she's smart or not?
Oh gosh, she is a beautiful girl. Yeah, she's totally. I mean, and training is easy for her because you can see how she gets engaged in it.
Right.
I mean, like when she was 3 months old, it took her 10 minutes to learn how to sit. So on command. So I mean, she's smart.
Yeah.
Now no to, and I think you and I may have talked about this, with any command at all, if she knows like a sit, she may know it in front of you.
Yeah.
Right? Versus we stand to the side and she's over there and I say, Jelly Bean, sit. She would sit if she knew it from over there with me standing to the side. So they're very much what we call situational learners.
Yeah.
They learn in pictures. So in order for them to generalize a sit as a sit, we have to do it in many, many different contexts, right? Many different situations. The other thing that we tend to do a lot of, and this is where you have to sort of study yourselves, is if I call her over, little Missy, I'm going to say the word sit. Yes.
Oh.
What people tend to do is this. Watch the difference. So if I'm here, people tend to go sit. And what I did was I gave a verbal command and a visual cue at the same time. What the dog is going to get, it overshadows, what we call overshadowing. Visual and verbal together, the dog is going to get an overshadow and is only going to get this part. So what I want is I want to say sit. Yes. Sit. Yes. Good girl. Sit. Yes. So over multiple times, then all of a sudden, I come up and I say, sit. And then I help her. So what she's cueing on right now is the visual cue. You see the difference?
Yeah.
So right now, it was a visual cue, so nothing in my hand. Sit. Yes.
Oh.
So I can tell you right now what she's actually cueing on is not the verbal cue, but the visual.
The visual. Wow.
Because